Hello, readers. Welcome to another reading class with me, Miss Taylor. I am glad you're here. Alrighty, let's see. Are we ready to read? Do we have our textbook? Do we have a bookmark or our finger to follow along? Do we have our workbook? My workbook here, pencil. All right, some things to remember. We're going to track and follow along with our finger or a bookmark. We're going to read each word carefully, and we're going to pay attention to end marks. Some of our goals, we're going to read with accuracy and expression, add some feeling to our voices. We're going to understand what's happening in the story. We're going to make connections to characters and their feelings. We're going to enjoy the story. All right. We know that reading is thinking. There's all kinds of things that are happening in our brains as we're reading. So just to kind of keep being aware of that and to thank your brain, all the things your brain is doing as you're reading. All right. The smell attracted flies immediately. Whew. It's our new vocabulary sentence. Let's see, second graders, which word means right now? Immediately. Yes. All right. The smell attracted flies immediately. And if it attracted the flies, it meant the flies were really interested in that smell. Ugh. Nice. All right. So we will be reading lesson 24 today. And lesson 24, we're going to read about dinosaurs of the Mesozoic. And that is going to be our nonfiction selection. We're going to learn a little bit about dinosaurs. And then our fiction selection is called Edna Parker. So she is going to be one of the main characters in our new story. So would you please join me on page 120 in your textbook? On page 120, and we're on lesson 24. All right, so lesson 24, let's take a look at our list number 1. All these words have more than one syllable. The first syllable of each word is underlined. Word 1, what's the first syllable? Floor. And the whole word? Florida. Nice job. Word 2, first syllable. And the whole word? Nice job. Word 3, first syllable. And the whole word? Nice job. Word 4, first syllable. And the whole word. And word 5, first syllable. And the whole word. Nice job. Let's do it the fast way. So we're still looking at column 1. Florida. Stormy. Warning. Carla. Explaining. Nice job. Let's take a look at column number 2. Column 2. Number 1, what words? Andros Island. Andros Island is an island that is close to Florida. Number 2, what words? Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is an area in the Atlantic Ocean where very strange things have happened to ships. Ooh. Number 3, what words? Atlantic Ocean. And number 4, what words? Edna Parker. Nice job. Let's try it the fast way. So we're in column 2. Andros Island. Bermuda Triangle. Atlantic Ocean. Edna Parker. Nice job. And column 3. Let's see. Column 3, we're going to go just the fast way. It's a review for us. Mesozoic. Armor. Triceratops. Tyrannosaurus. Exciting. Squawking. Nice job. All right. Let's go ahead and, look at part B, dinosaurs of the Mesozoic. Dinosaurs of the Mesozoic. All right. Please follow along with me. You've read about the Mesozoic. What kind of animals lived in the Mesozoic? Dinosaurs. The picture shows two of the most important dinosaurs that lived in the Mesozoic. The huge killer that lived late in the Mesozoic is named Tyrannosaurus. Everybody say that name, get ready. Yeah, and you could say Tyrannosaurus or Tyrannosaurus. Either one is okay. Or you can say T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus was about 20 feet tall, twice as tall as an elephant. Can you imagine saying an elephant and then twice as tall? Everyone touch the picture of the Tyrannosaurus in your book. The dinosaur with the horns and the armor is called Triceratops. Everyone say that name. Get ready. Triceratops. Touch the picture of Triceratops. Tyrannosaurus did not have an easy time killing Triceratops. Why do you think? Yeah, Triceratops has those horns, those long, sharp horns, and also his body is covered with armor. So kind of a really tough skin. All right, let's find part C, everybody. What's the title? Edna Parker. All right, we're going to read about Edna Parker. Edna Parker was 13 years old. She had been out on her father's ship before, but this was the first time that her father, Captain Parker, let Edna bring a friend along. Ooh. So everybody, who was Edna Parker's father? Captain Parker. Had Edna ever been on her father's ship before? Yes. What was going to be different about this trip? Yeah, she could bring a friend along. That'll be fun. It's always more fun when you bring a friend along, right? This was going to be a great trip for Edna. On other trips, Edna had a problem. She became bored. There was never anything for her to do on the ship after it left the harbor. Sometimes she would sweep up or help with the meals, but most of the time she just sat around and looked over the side of the ship at the swirling water. With Carla along, Edna would have fun. All right, so usually Edna has a problem when she goes on these trips with her dad. What's her problem? Yeah, she becomes bored. And most of the time, she would just kind of look over the side of the ship and look at the swirling water. But this time, she gets to bring a friend along. What's her friend's name? Carla. Yep. So Edna is going to have fun with Carla because she'll have someone to play with. Alrighty, there are 3 dots in this story. What does that mean? Yeah, it means part of the story is missing, or sort of the setting has changed. Some time has passed. So the setting means where and when a story takes place. So when there are those 3 dots, it means that either part of the story is missing or they've changed to a new location. Let's find out. Captain Parker was explaining the trip to the 2 girls. He pointed to a map of Florida and the Atlantic Ocean as he spoke. "We're starting from here," he said, pointing to the tip of Florida. "We're going to follow this dotted line to an island called Andros Island." Everybody touch the part of Florida where the dotted line begins. So right about there, the dotted line begins. That's where the ship is now. Follow the line to Andros Island. All right. That's where they will go. Everyone, tell me the direction they will be going. Did you say east? Yeah, they're going to be going east. Captain Parker continued, "That means we will pass through a place where hundreds of ships have sunk or been lost. It's called the Bermuda Triangle." Ooh, what's the name of this dangerous place? The Bermuda Triangle. So the Bermuda Triangle is kind of this mysterious place in the Atlantic Ocean where hundreds of ships have been lost or sunk. It's kind of mysterious, and some people think it's magical. Captain Parker continued, "Many sailors say the Bermuda Triangle is the most dangerous part of the ocean." Carla's face seemed to drop. She was like, "Say what?" She was a little bit nervous about this. So Carla is feeling a little bit worried, maybe a little bit anxious. All right. "Hey," Captain Parker said and smiled. "Nothing's going to happen in a big ship like this. We are very safe, and this is not the stormy season." All right, so Captain Parker noticed that Carla was a little anxious about that, and so he said, "Don't worry, we're in a big ship." So one reason they don't need to worry, they're in a big ship. Another reason they don't need to worry, a second reason, is because it's not the stormy season. So they should be fine. I'm sure nothing will happen, right? Carla asked, "Why is the Bermuda Triangle such a dangerous part of the ocean?" "Bad seas," the captain answered. "There are huge waves and storms that come up without any warning. And there are whirlpools." Oh dear. So huge waves, unexpected storms, whirlpools. Edna said, "You know what whirlpools are, don't you, Carla?" "I think I know what they are," Carla replied. Captain Parker said, "Let me explain. Did you ever watch water that was going down the drain? Sometimes it spins around and around and it makes the shape of an ice cream cone. It goes around and around, then it goes down." "I've seen those," Carla replied. "They suck water right down the drain." "Yes," Captain Parker said. "Those are tiny whirlpools. The kind of whirlpools that you find in the Bermuda Triangle are just like those, except they are big enough to suck a ship down." "Wow," Carla said. Please read the rest of the story to yourself. Find out 3 things. Find out how far it is from Florida to Andros Island. Find out how long the trip will take. And find out what the girls are supposed to stay away from. All right. If you're not finished reading the story, pause the video and you can finish reading and come back. Everybody, how far is it from Florida to Andros Island? 120 miles. And how long does it take the ship to get there? Less than 1 day. Yep. So the girls are supposed to stay away from 2 things. They're supposed to stay away from the sides of the ship and the lifeboats. Yes. So I'm sure the girls will follow the rules and have no problems. Stories usually don't have problems, do they? Oh, wait a second. They do. All right, so the picture shows Captain Parker's ship. The girls and Captain Parker were in the map room during the story. Everyone touch the map room. right in there. So during this part of the story, they were in the map room. At the end of the story, the girls ran out onto the deck. Everyone touched the main deck. Yeah, right there. Touch a lifeboat. All right. Wonder what's going to happen. So let's see. What is next? You're going to reread the story on your own. You're going to answer some questions at the end. And then you're going to complete your workbook. Read for 20 more minutes. Have a lovely day. I did want to tell you we're going to do one thing that's a little different. We are going to start writing some complete sentence answers in our workbook. So in our assignment for today, I asked you to write 3 complete sentence answers for numbers 1 and 3 and 5. So if we were in the classroom, what we would do on our homework for today, we would write a CS by number 1. And CS means complete sentence. So I made a little CS right by number 1, and that means I'm going to try to write a complete sentence answer. That means trying to use words from the question in my answer. So for example, question number 1 says, how old was Edna Parker? To make a complete sentence, I'm going to take off my question word. I'm not going to use that word how. Actually, I'm not going to use how did. Whoops, or how old. And I'm going to use the words Edna Parker. Edna Parker was, and I'm going to use a capital letter to begin my sentence. Edna Parker, I'm going to use another capital letter because that's her name. Kind of like we do for our writing, for our daily language review. I'm going to double underline my capital letters. Edna Parker was, how old was she? Remember? 13. Nice job. So for number 1, I can zoom in here. It should look like this. Edna Parker was 13. And I have my capital letters and my end marks. So that's number 1. Another complete sentence we're going to do is number 3. So I'm going to write a CS by number 3. And then I'm going to try to use words from the question in my answer. So number 3 says, why wouldn't Edna be bored on this trip? So I'm going to take away my question word why, and I can use the word Edna to start my sentence. Edna wouldn't be bored on this trip because, and then you're going to finish the sentence. One more complete sentence answer we have is number 5. I'm going to put one more CS by number 5. And number 5 says, where was it going? So to make my complete sentence answer, I'm going to write, it was going to, and you're going to finish your sentence. Okay, so this is a new thing we're doing in reading class. We're going to try to write some complete sentence answers. So kind of making that connection between what we're learning in writing and connecting it to reading, which is a prudent thing to do, right? All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, scholars, and I will see you again soon.